and welcome to the Marita and Bella cooking show.
On today's show, and if you haven't already noticed, we're in a brand new kitchen.
Thanks to our proud supporters,
White Wings.
Today we're going to be making cake pops
With a special surprise guest,
in loving memory of our dear friend and cameraman,
Lainey Duckworth, who can sadly no longer be with us. So anyway, let's get on with the show.
Cue titles.
Marita and Bella cooking show.
Ding! And here's our special guest. Hello, my name's Jessica Short. We're making cake pops today. I'm so glad to be on the show.
To make the cake pops, you will need one already made chocolate cake. Today we have used White Wings, our proud supporters. You also need some chocolate icing, some shredded coconut, some white chocolate melts, some red frogs, some sprinkles, some crushed up Tim Tams, and if you would like, you can add some flavorings and colors to make your chocolate cake pops even nicer.
Now, cut your cake into quarters, and taking 2 quarters together, crumble it into the bowl with the icing by rubbing the 2 pieces together. Do this until all the cake is crumbled.
Once your cake is all crumbled into the bowl, it's time to get your hands dirty. Put your hands in and squish all the cake mixture together, making sure you mix it thoroughly with the icing. Then you have your cake pop mixture and you're ready to roll it into balls.
Now to make a cake pop mixture into balls, you're going to grab a handful just like Marita is doing, and weigh it. It should be about 25 grams.
However, if you were using lollipop sticks rather than paddle pop sticks, it should be more about 15 to 20.
Once you've weighed it, take it like Marita is doing and squish it with all of your might. You just squish it for about 1 minute. This will make the cake pop smooth and also help it retain its ball shape.
After you have squished it for a good amount of time, you just want to roll it like you might do with Play-Doh until it becomes a nice round shape. You want to keep on doing this until all the mixture is gone.
Now after you have finished rolling your cake pops into balls, place them in the fridge for 15 minutes. Now make sure you've cleared a spot to place them in, otherwise you won't have any room in your fridge. Now this batch made around 25, but it really does depend on what mixer you use and how big your cake pop balls are. Now after you've taken your cake pop balls out of the fridge, it's ready to put your paddle pop sticks in them.
So you must melt about 6 of these white chocolate melts just in the microwave for about half a minute.
Once your chocolate has fully melted, add some vegetable oil. Today we're using grapeseed, but you can use canola or any other type of vegetable oil, preferably not olive as it is too strong a taste. Adding the vegetable oil makes it thinner and a lot shinier once the chocolate has set. With your already made chocolate, get your paddle pop sticks and dip the end into the white chocolate mixture. Then firmly insert it into your balls and place to set.
Only place it about a third of the way into the cake pop.
Once you've finished your final cake pop, put them all back into the fridge for another 15 minutes to set. We've added a bit of oil and now that the chocolate is melted, and we are now going to add a tiny dash of food coloring. To this one we're going to add rose pink. Ooh.
Now, how much are we meant to be adding in?
It depends how strong you want the colour. So if you want the colour to be quite strong, like we've made it today, you will have to add quite a splash. But if you want a really pale pink, then you're going to have to only add the tiniest of drops. Be very careful because it's a lot easier to make it darker than it is to make it lighter again. So for a set of our cake pops, we're going to make them a really pale green and put little red frogs on top to make it look like they're red frogs sitting on a lily pad.
So, to make it look really, really pale, you just need to dip your paddle pop stick into the green food colouring, so there's barely any on it, and then just dip it into the chocolate. As you can see, this is a very, very pale green.
So to make it like even more darker, you can keep on adding and adding until you get the colour that you want. It is a lot easier to take this really slow approach than for you to make it way too dark and then you can't get it back again.
Hello, now once we've taken the cake pops out of the fridge, it's time for decorating. So now my friend Marita over here will show you how to decorate.
Okay, so it's really quite simple. All you have to do is grab one of your cake pops, choose which colour you want to do first. Today I think we're going to do the pink first. So now, having a bowl here, you simply spoon the mixture on top of the cake pop while over the bowl. You just keep on spooning until it's completely covered. Don't bother about wasting chocolate at the moment.
Wait, so you do it until it's completely covered? Does it matter about bumps or anything? Or
Not at all at the moment.
No, so you and all like the chocolate. Doesn't matter about this chocolate in the bowl or no?
Not at the moment.
No.
So now you see that it's completely covered, but it doesn't look particularly smooth. So all you have to do is just hold the stick here, and holding it over the bowl, just tap your wrist.
Oh, that's pretty easy. Just tap it, and so all the excess chocolate will just run off.
Yeah, so just spin your hand around, just so it's all even. And here you go. Here's one covered in chocolate. And so now, just make sure that's a bit smooth. Okay, so that will do for now. And so now just getting the coconut, we'll go over
Oh, do you mean to sprinkle that on?
this bowl here, and you just grab it and just sprinkle over the top. And definitely do not dip it in, otherwise you will get chocolate in your sprinkles or what you're using.
Is that the same reason why you spin it over the bowl so you don't get the cake in the other mixture?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. Okay,
Otherwise,
so just remember that for people who are watching. Otherwise, you'll get cake in it and you'll have to melt the chocolate again.
And so now here's one done, and we're just gonna place it down on the plate.
And the cake pop was a success. The decorating went really, really well. If you could
And look at the quality of our cake pops.
So yeah, you want to make them look exactly like this. You want to make sure that they are really great and great for different
smoothly
occasions.
covered. Yeah.
And you want to leave a little bit of cake showing to show how like your expertise like this one. Yeah. So as you can see, we left a little bit of coconut like flaking off the side, and that's really what you want.
Now I can see that red frog one. That red frog one's pretty good, right?
Yeah, I know. I mean, look at it.
This one we call the Laney.
Yeah, because look, it's a red frog in remembrance of our very, very dear friend on a green cake pop, the lily pad.
I think this one's great too.
That one's fantastic, but nothing to this one.
I don't think you
This
can
is the best
even
of our whole
start to compare to some. This one, it's really like not a lot of icing, which I like, and it's just got 3 cashews on the top.
Now, what is that shit over there?
that, in fact, is a crushed Tim Tam. 3 to be exact.
It's actually pretty good, actually.
It's got a lot left.
This one's one of my favorites, really. And because we kind of used a few too many Tim Tams, but you know, they still taste fine. So you just get a spoon, you can eat them. They're really great.
And
Well,
I think
thank
this
you,
one,
Marita and-
single coconut flake is just to die for.
Well, thank you, Marita and Bella, for sharing your expertise on cake
Good
pops
job,
with us.
Bella. That was really good.
We'll see you next time on Marita and Bella Cooking Show. Ding!